What's up, Planeswalkers? Another day, another deck, and today we are playing Squirrel Twin. So if you haven't seen Squirrel Twin before, this is a deck that revolves around Scurry Oak, so whenever you put a +1/+1 counter on it, you create a 1/1 green squirrel. Pretty cool, right? Then we have Heliod the Sun Crowd. Whenever you gain a life, put a 1/1 token on a creature. Then Soul Warden, Ajani is welcome. So whenever we have a creature enter the battlefield, we put a token on Scurry Oak, create a squirrel, repeat, and that's what we're playing. It is Squirrel Twin. So let's get into it and see how the deck plays. This is a historic deck, by the way, just a heads up. We're going to throw back the Apparition. We've got the Scurry Oak and we've got the Collected Company, as well as having the Prosperous Innkeeper. That goes well for us because we get to create a treasure token. Oh, okay. Opponent, do they take the Collected Company? I feel like they need to take the Collected Company, but they take the Scurry Oak. Okay. Let's go ahead and throw down the Prosperous Innkeeper. Collected Company is such a powerful card, especially because you can cast it at instant speed at their end step. So they're playing Heliod also. They swing in. So now what we're going to do, we already have the Innkeeper, so whenever a creature enters the battlefield, we gain a life. We can go ahead and cast the Collected Company now, but we're going to wait. So we're going to swing in for one, wait, and then at the opponent's end step, we can go ahead and force this out and hopefully hit a Scurry Oak and a Heliod, because then we just pump up until we have enough to hit the opponent and win the game. Because they won't have Summoning Sickness, of course. So let's go ahead and do this now as the opponent's Heliod is about to resolve. And there they are, both of them, Heliod and Scurry Oak. So look, creature enters, we put a +1 on Scurry Oak. Good game, opponent. They've already seen it before. We just get a ton of squirrels coming in. So let's go ahead and pump this up. We just got to create 23, well, really 25, maybe 26, because they can block one, and I don't know if they get the Bitter Blossom first or not, so let's go ahead and do this. I'm surprised the opponent's still sticking around. I don't know why they are. Maybe they think we would just mess up, but nope, we need to get enough to kill them. And opponent finally concedes. And on to the next one. Yeah, this is how you win with this deck. It's a pretty old deck. It's been around for a long time. Do we keep this? This isn't a bad hand. I'm going to keep it just because we have Soul Warden into Ajani's Pridemate, or we can even go Prosperous Innkeeper first. Okay, we're facing red goblins, so we gain a life there. I would have, if I were them, I would have tapped and destroyed that. Let's go Pridemate. So Pridemate's gonna pump up here. Let's see if opponent takes out the Soul Warden. There it is. I do like goblins. Goblins are great, but there's some decks that goblins just cannot fight up against. I'm actually surprised that the matchmaker put them against us, meaning we have a favorable matchup here. Alright, we're going to throw down the Ajani's Welcome. We probably should have played the Ajani's Welcome first, but we'll swing in for 3. What? Howling Mine. Okay. I mean, we have Boseiju, so we could destroy that next turn. That's just interesting. Well, do we even want to destroy it now? We have enough mana to play the Collected Company. I don't think we destroy it. We just gain life and swing in. And then we can Collected Company next turn. Yeah, I think that's going to be the best bet for us. So swing, pass the turn. I don't know if I've ever seen anybody playing Howling Mind. At least on Arena, I should say. That's kind of crazy. Dronesmith, okay. Well, opponent sees the writing on the wall, I guess. We'll pass on to the next one. Oh, gosh. That was weird. Some of those cards I had never seen played, so I was just reading it. We're going to keep this. We got 2 Scurry Oak and a Collected Company. All we need is that last land. But we also, if we hit another plains, we have the Skyclave Apparition ready to go. So let's go ahead and throw down the Temple Garden, tapped. There's the Soul Warden also, so let's go ahead and forest Soul Warden. Opponent's playing the Microsynth Gardens. Okay, Delighted Halfling. Are they doing some type of ramp deck? I think we Skyclave the Halfling here, so we can go ahead and take the Halfling, swing in for 1, kind of slow down their ramp a little bit, hopefully. We'll see if this slows down them, but let's just play the Boseiju. We could rush out the Scurry Oak now, but we're going to wait. Collected Company at their end step is always better than on our main step. Trying to think of what they could play. Okay, Ugin's Labyrinth. They didn't exile anything. Okay, Dragon Master Outcast. So they are definitely going for like a land ramp, which is interesting because they need 6 or more lands. I don't know how they would get those, but that's okay, I guess. Now opponent's just thinking. You know, Collected Company I feel like always gets what you need. So let's pass, see what they do. And Collected Company. I was gonna say, what could they have? Okay, so we've got a Skyclave, Soul Warden. I think that's best, so we can just gain life. We can take their Dragon Master just in case. Gain a few life here. Okay, Ajani's Pridemate. So I think we go Scurry Oak first. We're gonna gain 2 life, and then if we Pridemate next, it'll evolve, it'll go up 1, and then we pump our Pridemate up to like 5, I think. Might be 6. Yep, there we go. Man, this deck would be a pain in the butt to play in real life with all of the triggers and everything. So opponent plays Alicia or Alessia, whatever, and see the writing on the wall. On to the next one. This deck is doing pretty good so far. I needed this nice little grind to end out the month in Mythic. We got a good hand here. We can Soul Warden into Ajani's, or we can Soul Warden into Innkeeper, then into the Ajani's. Either one really works. probably going Innkeeper first to try and get the extra mana for the Collected Company. So let's do that. And then we also have the Moon Dancer now too, that allows us to scry. That card is so underrated. I feel like a lot of people don't realize how good that is, because in this deck it's just a free scry anytime you want. Sorry if y'all hear my cat. She wants my attention. So pass the turn, try and get this Collected Company out. Alright, so we're facing Angels. So good old life gain Squirrels versus Angels. They swing in for 2. We're down to 21. And Collected Company. Let's spin the wheel. Do we get something? Do we get something? Okay, we got Heliod and Ajani. Watch, we're going to draw Scurry Oak now. I swear. That's how it always goes. No, I'm kidding. Okay, let's see. We still get to pump up quite a bit, so we just have a pretty good beat stick here with the Ajani. Another Heliod, okay. Let's go ahead and get down the Moon Dancer. Go ahead and pump up the Moon Dancer. While we're pumping up the Pridemate, I should say. Because the Moon Dancer triggers just whenever... Oh, do we... No, we don't want to keep it. Whenever we gain life. It's not necessarily only when a counter is put on it. So, putting a counter on it wouldn't really help us out too much. Okay, opponent. They're up to 4 mana now. This is generally where they start to get a lot of good angels out. Ghostly Prison. Okay. Well, I definitely didn't expect that. So I think we just Ajani's welcome here. And then... I think we got to go Prosperous Innkeeper to let us set up for more gain life. But really, I think we just have to pump up 2 creatures here and look for the Boseiju. Because once we have Boseiju and we destroy their Ghostly Prison, then we're good. As long as they can't rebuild too much. Wow, that's crazy. We have a nearly infinite Squirrel deck. And yeah, like we'd cost to. Opponent is mainboarding Ghostly Prison. That's, again, insane. I can't say I've seen anybody mainboard that. Arena is full of surprises today, I guess. So, yeah, if their creature enters, we get to scry the same thing. So, it's only one time, though, because of our Soul Warden. It's not a lot. Let's go ahead and continue pumping up the Pridemate. Alright, we're looking for... Really, all that we're looking for here is the Boseiju. Well, we got another Soul Warden. We can attack with 2, or we can attack with 1. I think we attack with 1 just to put a little bit of pressure on them. I mean, we're swinging with a 19/19, so they can block, but with the Angels deck, sometimes it matters more about how many Angels they have out there. So let's go ahead and throw down another Soul Warden. And I'm going to start pumping up. Oh, well, there's our Scurry Oak. I don't know. I mean, we can keep it, but at the same time, I don't know how well that's going to help us, because... Well, I mean, I guess we can infinitely loop it into the Boseiju. Yeah, that'll help. So next turn we play Scurry Oak, and then we basically just create infinite. And if the opponent doesn't just concede, then we can just go ahead and continue to scry until we hit our Boseiju. Because this is every attacking creature. Amazing art, by the way. Love the art on that. That is pretty great. Okay, they got a Heliod of their own. So, whenever another creature enters, I gain 1 life. So I'm going to do that 2 times, so we'll get to scry 2 more. So we'll go ahead and leave this here. I'm still kind of just like, do we even want to leave it? But I guess we do. I mean, there is the opportunity that we go ahead and put this up or down on the bottom and we get the Boseiju, but I think it's a guarantee if we actually play the Scurry Oak. And opponent might just concede. And there we go. Opponent sees the writing on the wall, and let's get into the wrap-up. So yeah, this was Squirrel Twin, funny play on words of Splinter Twin. This deck has kind of been a boogeyman in Historic. I mean, there are definitely ways to shut it down. Any type of removal on the Scurry Oak takes care of it, or the Soul Warden, or the Prosperous Innkeeper, but a lot of people just don't have it sometimes. So if you're looking to play it, definitely do so. Thank you to everybody for stopping by. Please consider liking and subscribing. But first and foremost, and last but not least, you are doing everything right today, and you matter. Goodbye.